Welcome to Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. I'm Steve Swatt with the Sacramento Report. In the next few minutes, we're going to talk about crime and punishment in California and whether the system needs changing. My guest this segment is Tom Hoffman, who is a senior public safety advisor for an organization called Californians for Safety and Justice. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you, sir.
We should say at the outset, you are a former cop, police chief, and headed the parole system really for California under the Schwarzenegger administration.
That's true. That's true.
And so from that perspective, you are with an organization that believes there's some problems with our correction system, right? And
the
system of justice.
Yeah, the organization has amongst its priorities encouraging what's referred to as smart justice solutions in the criminal justice system to include such things as victim awareness and victim rights and sentencing reform, and encouraging debate or a discussion around a more robust definition of public safety that would include seeing public safety remedies as something other than just the mass incarceration of crime violators.
Well, that would be changing our complete mindset about public safety, wouldn't it? Because for years and years and years, it's always been increase the penalties, let's lock everybody up.
To some degree, there has always been an element of the criminal justice system, probation and parole, and local service providers that had as their agenda the rehabilitation and intervention with people that are criminally active. From a local law enforcement point of view, yes, the default remedy was incarceration, and the harsh reality is it has not been entirely effective. And with the realities of our prison and jail bed situation, we simply can't lock up everybody anymore, even if that were, an alternative. It's just there's simply not enough room. So
how do you solve that problem? You change your sentencing laws for some nonviolent misdemeanors, for example, nonviolent crimes? Is that one way?
It's a very complicated decision. Amongst the things that would benefit, you have to turn down the input side of the system, and we have effectively over the last 3 decades or so criminalized being mentally ill, criminalized drug addiction, criminalized alcoholism, homelessness, and the behaviors that are associated with it that are unappealing, but nevertheless they frequently end up in custody instead of other alternatives. And so if you began the process by a thoughtful discussion about what is it that we can do with the mentally ill, who represent a significant portion of our jail population, and you thoughtfully reviewed the penalties around some of the less, the nonviolent crimes in our society, drug and alcohol related crimes that are purely the outcome of mental illness, you could begin the process of locking up the right people for the right time. Certainly we don't want to be seen as advocates of anything but real accountability. We want that. But what does that mean? That's the challenge. And accountability can take many forms, including incarceration.
That doesn't, to me, it doesn't sound like a perspective that we would expect from a veteran police officer, such as yourself.
Well, I guess that could be true, but at 60 plus years old, I think if life has taught me anything is life's about making errors in judgment and sometimes doing the wrong thing, and hopefully life's about learning new points of view. As the state director of parole, it opened my eyes up to the realities of our institutional system, to the realities of parole, the realities of probation, the realities of a family member coming back to your home with the stigma of being a convicted felon in our society. Tremendous.
Well, interesting conversation. Certainly a debate worth having.
Yes.
And Tom Hoffman, thank you very much for coming by and talking to us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
And thanks to our viewers also for watching Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. A reminder, you can see this and other interviews on YouTube, also on My Government on Demand. I'm Steve Swatt. Have a great day.